What's up, guys? My name is Jomel Socorro.
My name's Jarron Gaddis.
And we are the Wannabe Boo podcast, bringing the latest and greatest game and anime news, reviews, and waifus for lifu. This is episode 24, and guess who's back?
Damn right. Well, back as in...
Back for, from last week, because you weren't here last week.
I mean, but, see, what had happened was... I thought we recorded already, and for whatever reason, that thought just got ingrained into my head. So I didn't think about doing any recordings that last week. So that I don't know.
I was wondering about that because I was like waiting because I texted you about it, and also I was texting you if we should do if you can do a late show because we still haven't recorded anything for the week.
Right, and I remember I responded saying no, I don't think I will be able to. But again, that was under the assumption that we had already done one because I thought you meant like a pre-recording for the next week.
Right.
And I'm like, why would we? I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. There was a bit of confusion.
Mostly on my end.
It's all fixed up because again, I did a solo show. Depending how well that received from you listeners out there, it was only about 32 minutes. So I couldn't really say too much because that was 4:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
And it was that Monday morning, so I recorded, edited, and uploaded that same day because that's our Mondays are our release days anyway.
Yeah.
So I did our best, but. We always try to do our best to get you guys a weekly podcast, whether it comes from me, Jarron, or both of us.
Right.
Mostly from both of us.
I am a little interested to know why were you up at 4 a.m. barbecuing?
I was cooking. Okay, so I explained the podcast because you didn't listen to it, right? I explained that I was up for the morning that morning because that Monday at work we were having a barbecue.
Oh.
So I was prepping some ribs up for that day, and
gotcha.
And I have to say, my ribs did pretty well. They were tender, off the bone ribs, and man, I mean you've had my ribs, right?
Yeah.
So it's that classic juicy and just off the bone like taste of it. So it was successful. Plus, and I had the way I prepare it if I'm gonna have an event like that day, I usually like to do it like a good few hours before because if I do like a whole 24 hours before, that's gonna lead to the whole not being tender anymore. It's not just quote unquote fresh,
right?
In a sense,
right?
And I was trying to keep it as quote unquote fresh as possible because we still had to do it during lunchtime,
right?
And all that. But yeah, that's my reasoning. And also, since I had the initial plan of recording anyway, so it was like I might as well do it now while everyone's asleep and I'm in the kitchen, somewhat isolated.
Yeah.
So I did a quick recording about my first time with anime. You should check it out, John, since you haven't.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a look at it. I'm curious.
So
I don't think we ever talked about it.
Yeah, exactly. And I did tell them that you tell them your story.
Yeah.
This coming week.
Yeah, I'll let you know. I mean, it's nothing like terribly fabulous, but like, it was when we were all younger, back when Toonami was more prevalent than it's ever been. The first 3 shows that I had ever gotten. Okay, I guess technically 4. Were Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z, Sailor Moon, and Tenchi Muyo. All for different reasons. Well, I guess Dragon Ball Z and Pokemon kind of had a similar reason, but mostly different reasons. So, for the first 2, it's just because, you're a young kid and you see people, punching and fighting and screaming and yelling and shooting lasers out of their hands. Of course you're going to be curious, right? It's fucking...
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful. Dragon, you can't, as an adolescent child, you can't pass that up. That's fucking beautiful to you.
It's like seizure-inducing colors.
Exactly. It's just, it's trash fuel. Exactly. And then Pokemon, pretty similar reason, but like it was more so, look at all these, because I was also playing the Pokemon games at the time.
Like the card game or the video game?
The video game.
Okay.
I was into the show before I played the game, obviously, but like my obsession with the show became even more like stronger when I started playing. So like I got my first Pokemon video game at a it was kind of like a charity event for a lot of the kids that I was in a camp with. where it was a Christmas charity event where we'd write down one thing that we wanted from Santa and he'd give it to us. And I said I wanted Game Boy stuff. I wasn't specific. I just wanted stuff. So I got a Game Boy, all those Frankenstein ass attachments to it. The overhanging mirror, the lights, the bigger thumb things, a bunch of stuff. And I also got what was it? Pokemon Red. And no, it was blue. I played that too fucking long. I didn't catch everything because as much as I love the game, I wasn't like a diehard.
150 is a lot for a child.
Exactly. And I've played all of them up to Black and White. But 5 years ago, I can name all. Well, I think up to Black and White, it's like 900, maybe 800 Pokemon. I can name all of them.
Really?
Fucking easily. Like, show me a picture, I know the name. Now, I haven't touched a Pokemon game in a long time. I could probably name the first.
We're fucking
300.
Old. We're fucking old now.
Yeah, we're old now. It's
like the new generation.
Alpha,
back in my
Sapphire, Omega.
Back in my day, we had colors. Now you got planetary alignments like sun and moon.
Fucking sun and moon. Now we're going back in time again, but updated with fucking Pokemon Let's Go.
And essentially it's for all the grown-ups to go back into it.
The game looks legit.
It does. It really does.
Outside of not being able to actually battle Pokemon you find in the wild, it's still fucking.
That's true. I have a Switch now, so I can start partaking in such activities again.
Exactly. So that's why I was really into Pokemon. Why I was really into Dragon Ball Z. Now, before we get into Tenchi Muyo, Sailor Moon. I guess similar reasons to why I like Tenchi Muyo is because the girls were cute.
That's not reasonable. Did you have a favorite Sailor character?
It was.
I can probably guess, but go ahead.
What's the one with the long black hair?
Mars.
Was
Mars?
I fucking loved Mars.
That was my second guess. For some reason, I thought you'd pick Jupiter because she had bigger boobs.
Jupiter was the one with the brown hair, right?
Yeah, brown hair, ponytail, green was her color.
She was my second favorite.
Okay.
It was not because of her boobs, because it was just because she was fucking cool. Like she was the
fire?
hard. She was like the badass of the group.
That's true. Yeah, she was the really hard one.
Yeah. And as I found out much later, she was also gay with what was it, Uranus?
What color was she?
Not Neptune, the one with the really short brown hair.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I think
that's in the later seasons.
She was either Uranus or.
It could be. Don't quote us on that.
I don't fucking remember.
If you know your Sailor characters, then please remind us.
But I fucking loved it because the girls are cute. The action was intriguing because, again, there's a lot of pretty colors and cool attacks, and they yell their attacks and shit happens. I'm like, and then there was fucking tuxedo masks ass. I'm like, this motherfucker doesn't belong in this show.
He doesn't do anything, honestly.
He literally doesn't do anything. It's
like, I've done my job. He didn't do anything, though.
And then I remember I stuck with that show for quite a while, like, up until it started getting really weird with, like, Chibi Moon and stuff. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
But at that point in time, I kind of grew out of it.
Did you watch the movies? Like, those finale movies kind of thing?
I vividly remember one, because I've watched it, like, 8 times. I'd watch it, like, 3 times in a row, and then put it down for a couple weeks, and then watch it again.
Okay, because I think there are 2 movies, like, S and R.
I don't remember what they were.
I know they were, like, a couple of movies out.
There was one, like, where, like, this, like, one of the villains was, like, leading children away with, like, a pipe.
Oh,
like the Pied Piper or something like that.
Yeah, I think I remember that episode.
I've seen that so many times, but I haven't. That's the only scene I remember. It's literally just that, and I'm like, I can't remember anything else about the movie.
I think the one episode I clearly remember is the photographer one, where one of them was like a one of them had like a demon camera where you take a picture and then they'd suck their soul into the camera.
Wait, I remember that. Fuck yeah, it's like that.
It's renewed now. We can watch it again because they did do that reboot.
I tried. Well, it's because we didn't have the. Can you find the DVD quality one? Is that on Crunchyroll?
For Sailor Moon.
For Sailor Moon.
Like.
Because there's 2 versions of it. There's the DVD one where it's more 3 like bad CG.
Oh.
And then there's the one more that's more 2D.
You're talking about like the TV versus the Blu-ray?
Yeah.
I know the Crunchyroll one is the TV version, so that's the unfortunate thing. Because they did a lot of rework for the Blu-ray.
They fucking made a whole new show.
That's
what they did.
That's why they wanted you to buy the Blu-ray.
Right.
That's because it's better quality.
Yeah, let me fucking slap down $25 for one show. Like
25.
You're right. Well, my bad.
This is anime.
70, right, 70.
It's like
bad.
For $70 for DVD only, and then maybe like $90 for the Blu-ray version.
Yeah, it's fucking, like
we want to fund you guys, but
fucking I can't. I literally can't. I want to.
This hobby is so expensive. Like we can't afford to like fund you guys and as well as to try to feed ourselves.
I would love to have a library of manga, but at fucking $15 a pop, like.
Especially with like 15 volumes
like
sometimes.
15. Get out of here. You fucking see fucking.
That's true.
Boku no Hero Academia. They fucking.
Or Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan. You're fucking. There's 30 fucking books. I'm like, all right, well, this.
You just get one a year.
One a year, right? I'll get on it.
It'll only take your entire lifetime to finish a collection.
Read it in a fucking hour.
There we go. Just take each page. Really like taking each page that you're investing like 20 cents per page.
That better be quality paper. Quality manga paper.
Quality of manga papers that were like made from straight up bamboo and like ramen sauce.
It's similar to like fucking buying quality Nintendo branded cardboard.
You mean Labo?
If it's not straight from Japan, it's worthless.
Oh my god! Just a bit of a segue. Imagine the meeting that would have that happened during the Labo meeting. When Labo was created, it was like, all right, Sakamoto, we need an idea. We need an idea for the next Nintendo thing. What you got? I think he grabs any random shit, like a piece of cardboard. You're a genius. Like fuck. Again, still a bit of a segue. I honestly didn't believe it until when I bought my Switch.
You didn't believe it?
When I bought my Switch, I saw on the shelf like there's literally cardboard inside this box of cardboard.
Yep.
Like, why do I even need the rest of inside? I can literally just use the cardboard foldables.
Yeah.
They have the templates online though. Apparently, you can get templates online. I don't know why you need official branded Nintendo cardboard.
Because it's a branded Nintendo cardboard.
That cardboard better give me some like quality hentai then shit.
Yeah, you can put a screen on. You can put the screen on it. You get the controllers and you go to the internet. You play your hentai and it moves around while you watch it.
Oh my god.
You can fuck it. They say you can customize the level to do whatever the fuck you wanted to do. If you want to hook up a fucking suck machine to your fucking
dear Lord,
to your fucking Switch and watch hentai, fucking go for it. Labo.
While staring into the eyes of Mario.
Fucking beautiful. Brings a tear to my fucking eye.
That's disturbing. I don't
imagine your dad walks in. He's like, "Are you winning, son?"
Yoo-hoo!
Exactly. Fucking. Oh my god, Labo's a dream come true. It's so fucking weird.
It's a nightmare, if anything.
It's a great idea that doesn't make any sense.
It's an idea that should have been left in its little cardboard state. Again,
they did. That's what they
come far. They marketed it and gave it a $50 price tag.
Yeah, $50 cardboard.
I can literally go to Home Depot, get pieces of cardboard for like $2.50.
Yeah,
each.
But you'll be hurting.
Am I hurting Nintendo?
You're hurting Nintendo.
I'm hurting Nintendo.
Mario's sad.
Mario's sad now. You know what? I think that's a personal problem because I don't think I have to. I already spent a good amount of money on my Switch. I don't think I need to spend a unreasonable amount of money on cardboard.
Right.
Actually, I can just use the cardboard for my Switch, like the box that came in.
Labo.
Exactly, Labo up the fucking box that came in.
But jokes on you. I'm pretty sure the Nintendo one has the little circuits in it.
Oh really? Oh.
To do shit.
Circuits.
That's why it works when the piano one.
Oh, I thought it was based on the sensors on the actual Switch itself. Because I don't like.
Well, then you can't play the piano.
Oh, really?
There's no way you can have fucking 12 fucking Switch remotes just in the keys.
I mean, I don't know. Because when you look at the Switch and like the Joy-Cons, I know like the red one has like a weird sensor on it, and then there's a bunch of sensors on the screen for some fucking reason.
Maybe it does. I don't fucking know how.
I mean, I'm not about to invest to find out because
yes, you are.
No, because I'm curious about it. But if they're gonna have me cash out my hard-earned money just to fathom fucking cardboard, then I've already lost the game.
How about this? The first person that funds us like $300 will buy a couple Labo sets. We'll buy a fucking jerk off machine. We'll figure this out. We'll build the perfect waifu.
You know what? Even better. We'll live stream it.
We'll live stream us building the suck machine.
The Labo suck machine. Not sponsored by Nintendo, but using Nintendo products.
Exactly. They'll be proud of us.
They're gonna be so fucking mad at us. Actually, I don't even know. Maybe they'll be impressed. Dude. It was like, oh, you know what? Hire them.
Yeah, exactly.
They're the next design team for the hentai division.
Right. Because the day that fucking Nintendo has a hentai division is the day I die.
Closest thing to the guy was Bayonetta.
Yeah. Well, they didn't make it though.
That's true.
They said, hey.
But they allowed it on the Switch. And you know what else is on the Switch?
What?
Galgun 2. Galgun 2 is on the Switch officially.
We don't talk about.
It's in the store, and I'm so tempted to buy it.
We don't talk about Galgun. That's
apparently it's a lot. It's a lot more. What's a tagline? You can choose your best waifu today. That kind of shit.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah.
You can.
It's raunchier. There's angels and demons, and you can also get like outfit packs as DLC.
Actually, I own one of them. I don't remember which one it is.
Do you own one of them?
Yeah.
Well, the fact you own one is already enough, right?
It's Galgun Double Peace is the second one, right?
Oh, that's the second game they've made, but there's an official Galgun 2.
Oh, okay. So I own, I guess, the. It's the sequel to the first one because they referenced the first one. Yeah. But it's not 2.
Yeah, it's not 2 because on the Switch store there is a Galgun 2.
Right.
Like literally number 2 because they got some new characters and all that.
Yeah.
And I think there's a new school. And
so I guess it's a true sequel. While this is like
an extended story.
Well, it's a different character at a different school.
Well.
They just reference, the legendary boy.
It's the OVA.
Yeah, it's the right.
It's the OVA to the main series.
Right.
But backtracking a little bit.
Fucking reeling it straight way on back. Actually, speaking of hentai, the reason why I like Tenchi Muyo is because it wasn't censored back then.
Oh, really?
And they fucking titties abound. I was like, ooh, this is cool. And also, introduce the whole harem genre. I had my first waifus from Tenchi Muyo.
Was it?
It was fucking Ryoko and the red-haired one.
Okay. It's been so long I can't
remember. I just remember Ryoko. But like I fucking adored those two. But like actually, you know what? The funny thing is my favorite one was the red-haired one, but I could never remember her name. And that's what like kind of threw you off a little bit. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't like to this I can visualize her face perfectly, like hair and everything, but I just don't know. I mean, you can find it now. You have a computer right in front of you. But do we want to revisit this? It's like seeing an old friend. It's like, hey, what's up? You right? I can't just type in Tenchi Muyo to fucking Google to what my anime list? To my anime list, because there's how many spinoffs they have. Like, that show has gone on for fucking ever. I mean, it's got to be like the first series if you're going back to your childhood, maybe. No. And again, it could be like a sequel or something just because. It's not even on here. No? What the shit? Maybe I'm spelling it wrong. I'm probably spelling it wrong. Is there an English title? No. No? No. I'll find it later. Okay. But yeah, those were the 4 anime that got me into it. And then, it just. Thanks to Toonami, I watched a lot of One Piece, a lot of Naruto coming up. Now let me ask you, was there a gap in your viewing experience? Because I mentioned the podcast for me. I stopped watching anime only because I didn't know how to access to it, like internet and all that. I didn't have any kind of like immediate access besides TV. No, to be honest, I always until I found the internet, found anime on the internet. It was just Toonami. It was, like I said, it was Naruto, One Piece, Bleach, fucking Inuyasha after dark. Even though Inuyasha wasn't on Toonami,
It was on
it was right after Toonami on Adult Swim.
Yeah, because they had like that late night anime stuff.
Yeah. And like that's the anime I enjoyed. I mean, this is pretty similar to most people, I imagine.
Yeah,
they're coming up with it.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean those like Toonami was probably the basis when it came to like Western viewers and all that. Because I know, and at least I know from my end, there's a lot of that's where a lot of Gundam fans started off with like Gundam Wing or G Gundam.
I never liked Gundam. I don't know what.
Did you try to watch Gundam Wing?
Yes,
back
I did.
In the day?
I fucking like giant. I was like giant robots. That's cool. And then I started watching. I'm like, as a child, this is too fucking slow. Like, there's too much political shit. I want shit to happen.
Well, that's true. Yeah, Gundam has always been a story about war and politics.
Right, and like I could probably appreciate it now.
Yeah,
but
right.
like back then, I'm like, I don't fucking care.
How about the Big O and all that?
I loved Big O. Oh my god, I loved Big O. I completely forgot about Big O. That was the weirdest show. Like, I don't even know what it was about. Like,
I still don't either. All I remember is giant robots and a cool dude in the suit.
Exactly. That's all you needed. Oh, and Cowboy Bebop.
Oh yeah, Cowboy Bebop.
Weirdly enough, I never finished it back then, but like, I watched it in one of my anime clubs.
Was Samurai Champloo on?
Yeah.
Was it on?
That I need to finish. I'm gonna take some time pretty soon and just sit down and watch that because I never actually finished it. Because I know that show's fucking good.
I know Rekka 7 was on during the time. It was in that late night time slot.
I watched a little bit of it.
That was that was like my first kind of mature anime because there was a lot of like blood and like real gritty war stuff going on there. So it was like, it was interesting because I was only used to like Dragon Ball Z, where it's like, it's like, I guess, over exaggerated violence where and you have like Sailor Moon, you have like colorful violence, but this is more like down the streets. Well, you got kids
curb stomp.
Yeah, you got kids getting curb stomped and fucking surfing in the air and shit,
right.
and alien squidlings.
I don't know why I didn't like that one either.
Like,
I mean, I watched
7?
it. Yeah, Rekka 7. I watched it, but it never like
resonated with you.
Held me. And
maybe it's different. I mean, maybe I think the reason why I resonated with it because Rekka was one of my first waifus growing up.
Fair enough.
Because she was my first kudere type, and I really enjoyed that type. I just didn't know what it was. I know I didn't like the pink hair one because she was a yandere type, so she scared me quite a bit.
Well, that's a note to everyone. Yanderes aren't cute. They're not. They're crazy. That's it. That's all.
That's the appeal, though. No.
Murder should not be the fucking answer to every goddamn thing.
How about violence? Not murder.
Oh, I'm gonna go hang out with my friends. What friends? They're all dead. Fucking.
I killed them all.
Yeah.
You're only hanging out with me from now on.
Oh man, that's so fucking hot. Like no, like that's exactly what I imagine. Like anytime someone says, "Yeah, yanderes are hot," I'm like, "Yeah, they killed all your friends." Yeah, it fucking gets my dick rock hard. Like no, it fucking doesn't.
I mean, I think we've had this conversation before on the podcast, but I think it's the obsessive behavior. Maybe it's the devotedness.
Then just get a fucking stalker. Like
that's what they are.
Yeah,
essentially,
but they're killing your friends.
Oh, that's true. They don't just stalk you. They stalk the ones around you and kills them.
Exactly. We don't need that. But no, yeah, that's essentially my beginnings with anime. I don't remember like my very first because it could have been Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z, Tenchu Muyo, or fucking Sailor Moon. Like I don't fucking remember. But like I remember those 4 specifically are the ones I started with, or that my earliest memories for anime.
It was that beginning, like downhill in society.
That's when I first saw the hole and I started fucking like, ooh, what's this?
It just kept going down and deeper until you're running hell at this point.
Yeah, exactly.
We're one of the 7 layers. Is it 7?
Well, I mean, anime's very multi-layered. I'd say if there was regular old hell had 7 layers, anime's like
every tag in hentai.
There's no bottom. You just go farther and farther.
It's like a web. You have a base and then it kind of just branches off. It's like whatever tag you want to get into. Right. Well, except now the lowly tag is gone. But
yeah, you're right. You're fucking right. People find their way around.
Yeah, they do. Not supporting them or anything, but
I mean, pieces of shit go all around.
But as far as the rest of the week goes, a lot's happened so far, Jarron. Last time we spoke on the on the podcast.
Yeah, which I thought was much earlier than than it actually was.
Yeah, exactly right.
But go on. What's going on?
Okay, so a lot of updates coming from my end. On my personal life, my father got into an recent accident where he's lost his balance and he resulted in a broken clavicle. Right now, he's taking pain meds and he's on a sling for about 8 weeks. So pray for him, and I'm doing my best to help him out as well. So there was that kind of weird kerfuffle during the last week.
Yeah.
Also, I also watched Fireworks.
Oh yeah,
the movie.
Yeah. I wanted to go see it, but I was at my buddy's place.
And man, I want to give you guys a short review because I do plan on doing an in-depth review on it on the other YouTube channel. But to give you guys a perspective on it, it's kind of like if Bakemonogatari,
all right,
Steins Gate,
oh no,
and Re:Zero all came together and started playing the same game together.
I don't know how I feel about that.
There's some like time traveling, multi-timeline, interdimensional weird shit, and a sprinkle of Madoka Magica just for the weirdness, because I completely forgot this was Shaft doing. Shaft was the one that did everything, and when it got weird, it got really weird. not in a good way, not in a bad way. It was weird in the sense where it got really visually
Madoka-y?
Very Madoka-y, yeah, okay. very Madoka-y. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's a pretty good romance story. And I mean, for some reason, there's a bit of a back and forth. There's not that many people that did like it because of like I think it was a pacing and all of that. But then I actually liked it only because like I understand Shaft.
Yeah.
And their direction when it comes to storytelling and also visuals, because visuals was a really big thing for the movie, because it literally just showcases like what part of the movie is happening, and kind of in a way it also tells the same story. It tells the same story next to it as a parallel thing, because like while there's the narrative story that's there being written in dialogue and all that, there's also the visuals that go along with it. And so for those of you who have watched the movie, Drew, I'm going to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Are fireworks flat or round?
Don't ask me that question.
Are they flat or round? Like when they explode, did they come? Are they flat or are they round?
I want to say round.
Probably. I don't know. That's the main. That's sort of like the main kind of theme here.
Like when as soon as you asked me that, like my brain broke. I'm like, wait a second. Hold on.
When you see fireworks, are they flat? Like if you look to the side of a firework, are they flat or are they round? All around.
I'm gonna say round because they explode outwards.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing.
So they're spherical.
If you want to see what a firework looks like flat, watch the fucking movie.
I'm good. I don't like that.
But it's pretty good. It was a really good movie. I think so. Relatively short. Oh, sort of short. It's like an hour and a half.
Now, yeah.
But there was one thing that really hit me though. There was a scene that I don't know if they did it on purpose, but it identically mirrored like one of the first few scenes you see in Bakemonogatari when she's falling. And except Vankita wasn't there to catch her, she was just falling, and it had the exact same kind of framing and everything in the movie, like it was in Bakemonogatari. I don't know if that was an homage, but
I mean, it could have been, because considering
right,
since the artist that did Bakemonogatari worked on that one.
Exactly.
Did I fucking mention that before?
Yeah, we did. We did it during the ASEN podcast.
Oh, that I got the signed autograph and then from the artist, and he drew me a fucking thing. I'm like, yes.
Where's that anyway? Is it still like rolled up?
It's still
rolled up in your poster.
Yep.
But yeah, that was Fireworks. If you guys ever get a chance to like see it, legally when it comes to like a Blu-ray, or like even a
if it ever comes to Crunchyroll or anything like that.
Yeah, exactly. I do highly recommend watching it. It's a pretty cool watch. Just make sure you're coming into it with an open mind, because again, story's pretty solid, but then the visual starts making the whole thing weird.
If you've ever watched Bakemonogatari, then you're already probably well prepared.
Or literally anything by Shaft at this point.
Because fucking first season is the main culprit, is because they do some weird visual shit. Like there's a lot of vivid metaphorical imagery while they're talking. So and there's no English dub, so there's a whole bunch of shit happening on screen, and they're talking really fast. So that's where you learn how to fucking read subs.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I heard like Bakemonogatari is like the best place when it comes to like dialogue heavy, like story based stuff. So
it's fucking. I fucking love it so much.
That's Fireworks. The next movie I'm gonna see, I think it'll be in the next coming weeks. It'll be Makia When the Flower Blooms. Man, I'm so excited about this because like, it's just because of the emotional impact it's had on people. Mm-hmm. Like apparently after you watch this movie, you're gonna want to call your mother, because it's heavily.
Oh, that's the one where the woman's immortal and she's raising a
human child.
Yeah.
So it's heavily based around the whole family. Family is the main topic in this one, and parenthood. That's what it is, parenthood and all that. So I'm mostly preparing myself for this.
Shit, parental shit always fucking tugs at me.
Exactly.
Everything fucking tugs at me now. What am I saying?
That's true. And also another thing is I think I mentioned this also on the last podcast, but Jarron wasn't here for that. Mm-hmm. So I also went to Anime Midwest.
Yeah.
So I mentioned that. I didn't go on Friday because there was a bunch of shit I had to do that week. Yeah. But I went on Saturday, and I actually ran into Anthony and all that.
Oh,
so it was pretty cool. So this is a big shout out to Anthony because he also ran a podcast. Oh, sorry, not a podcast. A panel at Anime Midwest. Mm-hmm. I kind of want to talk to you about it, Jarron, because it was an interesting premise. Mm-hmm. Whereas like if the creator of My Hero Academia decided to like if the creator of My Hero decided to give up the series and have it open to major comic book companies, who do you think would take it, Marvel or DC?
Oh, Marvel, because they already did a partnership kind of thing.
Well, I mean, in your opinion.
In my opinion,
yeah. Well, like, what do you think? What do you think? Like, who do you think would take it?
Well, DC does do really good cartoons, but because of the style of My Hero Academia, it fits more towards Marvel, because Marvel's more whimsical,
right?
So yeah, I'd still go with Marvel. I mean, I do like DC, but there's just certain things that they're bad. They've just been dropping the ball a lot lately. Mm-hmm. I mean, except for their like TV series, they're pretty good, like Arrow, which I was watching.
Like the live action TV series.
Live action TV series. Okay. Those are going pretty well, but like back in the day, their cartoon shit was fucking bomb.
Oh yeah, that's where
they were. That was their highlight. Like they had everybody by the fucking balls.
But you'd still go with
I'd
Marvel.
Still go with Marvel because I feel like they keep the feel of the show alive. Mm-hmm. So
it's like because I said something similar where it's like, at least the way My Hero has been brought up, it's a lot more what is it? It's colorful, not just visually, but like the quirks and the powers,
right, and
how the world is set up in a way that it's very it's like you said, whimsical, but it's just very colorful and just a lot of there are a lot more avenues that Marvel can poke at when it comes to the My Hero world.
Right. So I trust them with it. Maybe not visually, but they'd get the feel down.
Also, it kind of fits into the X-Men kind of universe, because you know how like
everyone's an X-Men now.
Yeah, exactly. Because everyone's becoming a mutant,
right?
And in this case, the quirks they're being mutants and all that. Right. So it still fits into Marvel's agenda and all that.
Right. Which is probably why a lot of people can easily like see it feasible. Yeah, feasibly. Is that the word I'm looking for?
Feasible.
See it as a feasible thing because Marvel's essentially already done it.
That's true. Yeah.
Just in it was just one school instead of every fucking school.
Yeah, exactly. And just a little bit of a segue, but still connected. You know, have you recently like seen a lot of Bakugo X Ochaka?
Yeah, I don't like it.
Ochaka.
I don't like it.
Shippings.
I don't like it.
Do you know the reason why for that?
Why?
Because in the recent My Hero movie, there's a scene where Bakugo and Uraraka are dancing together, because apparently Bakugo knows how to dance, and Uraraka is just surprised about that. But they're like, it's a bit of a moment, and a lot of people are like jumping on top of it and shipping this right now. I don't know. I just found it. I just found
shipping it before.
He was shipping it before, but now it's even harder because the movie kind of shows them being together.
God damn it!
So people are like just thrusting more like artwork.
I didn't watch the movie. Shit, I gotta watch the movie.
Yeah, I haven't either. I know it just came out this this month in Japan. I don't know how it's gonna be like Western wise.
Right.
But yeah, that's where it comes. That's where all this rehyped Bakugo X Uraraka has come.
You fuckers need to stop. You need to fucking stop. No one outside of you 1%ers want this. No one.
If anything, it'd be a Bakugo X Deku, but
no, Bakugo X fucking die. That's what it is. Bakugo X explosion.
Hashtag Bakugo die.
Hashtag Bakugo go fuck yourself. I mean, I understand the reason for his character and all, but like, fuck him in general. I hate him so much. He is so damn annoying.
Personal vendetta.
It's just, he's so annoying. He's just a Deku. Get out of my way. It's just fucking 100% the whole damn time. Like, fuck off. Like, no one cares. No one cares.
He does though.
Yeah, fucking. If literally no one if no one talked to him, like no one even acknowledged his existence. You know how fucking like. I don't even know.
You just
Fuck
can't
him.
fathom it.
I just don't like him. Literally everybody else, I absolutely adore him. If we get like a reason to why he's, well, I mean, we know why he's uppity, but like a real reason why he's uppity, then I'd be fine.
I don't. Is there even a reason?
Well, he was already a rough child. We get that, but like, it's extreme now, where it's like, dude, chill, literally chill. Find it. I get it. You explosions, cool. Like you're like a firecracker, cool. Yeah, fuck off. No.
I mean, he's chill enough to know how to dance with Uraraka.
Yes.
So
fucking
because it was even more interesting because in the same scene you see a bunch of the other class kind of just staring at them because it's such an odd thing to see.
Yeah.
So they're shipping the Phantom. Some of the Phantom is shipping it.
They can kiss my ass.
And everything, and so in other news, as well as Anime Midwest, it was also my first time. So
yeah.
Did you ever go to Anime Midwest?
No, I've only ever been to ASIN.
Okay,
but that's because anyone that I've known has only ever gone to ASIN.
That's true. I would recommend going to it actually. If it wasn't for my busy weekend, I actually would have gone all 3 days. And I mean, there's an obvious size difference when it comes to the audience, like the attendees, but it's actually not as noticeable, if that makes any sense. Like when you're in the convention hall and also in the Hyatt,
everyone's fucking packed together. Like
exactly.
You wouldn't be able to tell.
Like I think one of the reasons some people will stray away from it, because it's a small con and it's not as manageable. But like
also there's bad rumors about
the creator.
The creator,
yeah. There's that. But like as far as like everything else goes, it's actually it's a pretty cool con, and I recommend going next year, Jarron. I mean, I'll even go with you because I got a taste for it, so I can probably lead you around. And the one thing they're also known for is free food. Like you get,
I'm down.
Like you get free ramen and rice and all that stuff.
I'm down, 100%. That's all you had to say.
Well, there we go. And I also got you a little something, Jarron, because I was walking around some of the booths.
Yeah.
I found something perfect just for you. You see that thing?
Which thing?
That green thing?
Yeah, I saw it a couple times. I don't know what it is.
Open it.
Hold on. Sorry, audio list. Well, you're only audio listeners, but sorry if you're gonna hear some. Oh, this is sick as shit. Oh, I love this. So it's like a Cthulhu Buddha. Where it's like Buddha, but like his head is like Cthulhu. This is fucking awesome. Yeah,
there was this guy in Artist Alley. I'm gonna give him a big shout out right now. Their name is Big Boy Studio at www.bigboystudio.com. They were selling 3D printed like Buddha statues with any kind of pop culture head you wanted on there. Like there was one with SpongeBob, Darth Vader. They had some Marvel characters on there. They had Cthulhu, obviously, because that was the only Cthulhu they had there. They sell them in different sizes. Like they have the gigantic size, like 9-inch size ones. They got like itty bitty ones. They're really cool. And
this is really fucking
cool. That's why I'm giving you a check, because it's really cool. It's apparently they don't really sell as much Cthulhu ones, but It's pretty cool.
I'm kind of surprised. It's kind of a cult.
Right? And I actually got one for myself, Jarron.
What'd you get?
You guys can't see it, but it's...
Oh, it's the Jesus doing the finger points.
Yeah.
The thumbs up.
It's the, what is it? Good Guy Jesus, I think.
Good Guy Jesus, yeah.
Yeah. This is the only one they had, too. They only had these, the only ones on their display.
Oh.
So I was like, fuck, I'm getting Good Guy Jesus and the fucking Cthulhu Buddha.
Man, this is fucking awesome.
So I want to surprise you with that. I was going to give it to you last week, but you left.
Yeah.
That weekend, so I was like, oh, I have to wait for a week then the next podcast.
I would have went with you. Fucking...
I mean, like, to give it to you.
Yeah, I got you.
Before you left. That was the one thing. Yeah. But now I can at least give it to you now. So, it's pretty cool. That's the Big Boy Studios. If you ever see them out in any other convention, please check them out. They're also pretty local in the Chicago area, apparently.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, apparently. I haven't looked into them yet, but...
Big Boy Studios.
That's them.
That's fucking awesome.
And it was pretty cool. They also had a 9-inch tracer figure that they 3D printed. Like it was like a full tracer figure, and it's like really detailed too, despite like being 3D printed and stacked up like
3D printing gets the details down.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's no fucking slouch.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I've wanted to mess around with a 3D printer, but they're fucking expensive.
That's true.
Well, relatively expensive. They're like what, $3,000?
Well, I mean, if you're talking about like those big Brennan ones, yeah. I know there's like I know like one of the first 3D printers cost that much now, but there's like ones that are like within a reasonable price range, like from $500 to like $900.
So they're an expensive toy, is what it is.
They're an inexpensive toy maker.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. That's a good point. That's right. Cause like you can fucking
You can make Buddha Cthulhu statues.
Buddha Cthulhu's. Like, I'd fucking decorate my house with Cthulhu shit if I could. I mean, I very well might. I already have 2 pieces.
Mm-hmm.
I got the fucking mug and I got the fucking Buddha now. I could put the Buddha on the mug.
There we go. Or just put it on an altar and then just pray to it with some beads. And do a jutsu or something.
Yeah.
And then maybe the Cthulhu Buddha will give you enlightenment. Or no, in this case, madness.
Yeah, it would be madness.
Actually, come to think of it, that's a bit of an oxymoron, isn't it?
Yep.
Since the Buddha is supposed to be enlightenment, while Cthulhu is supposed to be madness or chaos.
Yep. Enlightenment through madness. Because think about
the yandere.
The eldritch truth.
The yandere.
Yeah, you're right. You're fucking right.
Exactly. But we all know why we're here today. Why we're here this week. And
you're right.
As of this recording, today is Saturday.
Yeah.
And today's Saturday is different from any other Saturday it's been for the past few weeks. You know why? Because there's no Darling the Franxx episode.
There's no more Franxx. But what there is what there is
having a brain fart
is our I fucking hate English. Our fucking, we got to talk about it obviously.
So this is your spoiler warning for you guys who forgot, God forsaken, haven't finished it yet. This is your spoiler warning right here, right now. So
all in.
Make sure if this is where you guys are. Thank you guys again for listening, for downloading. Again, we hit 300 downloads a couple of weeks ago. Mm-hmm. We want to thank you guys. Make sure to follow us on all the social medias and all that. Mm-hmm. And let's get to it, Jarron.
Right. Giant robots. So like, all right. I think we we didn't really call it, but like,
I sort of did.
Once episode 20 dropped and the aliens and shit happened, we knew Trigger took the fucking reins.
That's true.
We knew they fucking took over, and then they fucking go out into space and they start doing shit. I'm like, you right. This is exact. Then she fucking got the giant spear. I'm like, here we go. Here it is. Here it fucking is. And they charge into the fucking planet. By the way, they could have gone about it any other way. They had to do where they fucking charge into it with the spear, fucking get to it, then her actual body starts to break apart, and then it fucking breaks down into the fucking mini robot inside, and then it finishes it off. I'm like, you didn't have to fucking do that, but you did.
Not only that. That got me so off guard because you know why? They were doing the fucking Gynax pose.
I know.
As they came out because they were like,
I know.
Arms
exactly.
crossed. I'm like, holy shit.
They knew they knew exactly what they were doing. I every time I try to think back to that scene, like it's literally a duality between fucking Gurren Lagann and that. Like they couldn't
resist.
There's no way they could have like they put giant robots. They had to fucking do some weird shit or from Gurren shit. But like the way it ended, like a lot of people have been having a lot of problems with it.
Yeah, I've seen that around as well.
But I mean, the way it. Okay, sure, yes, the whole alien thing was fucking weird and out of nowhere. But they handled it, I think, pretty well for the new
element
story in 4 episodes.
That's true. I do believe that, and I did call the whole time skip thing, and like and I also did call a little bit that after once they caused the portal, I knew it'd be 0, 2, and Hero. They'd be the ones dying.
Right,
obviously,
right,
they'd be the ones that were gonna die in this case.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it's like what I said before. It ended in a way the way it ended exactly how they were running the show from the beginning.
Yeah,
it was a peaceful ending, if anything.
Right.
What else can you say about it, Drew? I mean, cause just literally watching them grow, like the rest of them and all that.
It was weird because I remember they unfortunately really brushed over their whole like genetic thing.
Yeah, that's
where
true.
like Ikuno was started to do research on why they wouldn't age or something like that. Or
it was an accelerated age.
Age, right?
That's why like Miku started having gray hairs and all that because because at least the way the clones were handled is that clones couldn't really like grow old. They just aged rapidly.
Right. So yeah, I was really interested in that, but they really brushed over like Ikuno's passion to like become this scientist. I'm like, all right, homegirl, like you fucking right.
That's
like,
true. Yeah.
Like I'm all over it. I mean, I guess maybe you can call back to when she got pissed off at the Nines.
Alpha.
Cause I think they were bad mouthing the whole baby part, but she was like,
oh no, although the whole gender thing too.
The whole gender thing, and she was like, "Fuck you."
Yeah.
So maybe that was a nod to it, but before that, you got nothing about it.
That's true. You never really saw her curious about the sciences,
right?
In a sense,
they even gave Kokoro, that bitch, the fucking whole the baby book, and you kind of understand why this whole child thing was important because we just led up to it, which is fine.
Exactly.
I mean, it's not fine, but it's fine.
I mean, Jarron,
no,
Jarron, I'm gonna,
no,
I can't say, I can't keep it like this forever, but I adore their first child.
No, fuck her.
Like,
she's a child of hate.
I mean, she's a
child of cuck. That's what she is.
But she like the way they even named her perfectly. Like love. It was love.
They should have named her Cuck.
and her first words besides mom and papa was darling.
Cuck. That's her second word or third word, fourth word. No, that was her first word, and then. But it's okay. Futoshi got a wife. And children.
You know what? No, we get to expand on that. Futoshi's still the boy. And for those of you who are still in the series, just remember, Futoshi will always be best boy.
That's true.
Goro's always best bro, but Futoshi will be forever
now and forever. Best boy. Best boy.
Proved himself up to the very end when he's a fucking
true.
baker.
They fucking brought him. They fucking pulled his ass along.
Exactly.
It was fucking great.
He didn't die. He didn't lose anything. If anything, he's still the big boy he is today.
Yep.
Baking bread and making his 4th child.
Fucking proud of him. He's our doughboy.
He's our
Pillsbury doughboy.
here's our darling in the doughboy.
Darling in the doughboy, yeah. Or doughboy in the Franxx.
We should use that as part of the title today.
Yeah.
Doughboy and the Franxx are darling the doughboy. Oh my god.
Jesus Christ. But no, like I'm very happy with how they handled that whole time skip thing, because you did get to see. I mean, because they didn't get to explain it very much beforehand, they kind of like, you know, they hit all the points. Ikuno wanted to be a scientist, so she started researching the genetics of all the parasites. So she figured out how to stop their rapid aging just before like she got too old and died. I mean,
exactly.
she's bedridden now, but she's like the matriarch, I guess, of like, oh yeah, your baby's gonna be fine because, you know, I know all about it now.
I mean, she's also like the main. She's like she's the new doctor now.
Right. Exactly.
She took over Dr. Franxx's research in a sense.
Right. Again, I would have loved if they gave each character that special attention that they essentially gave Kokoro, Mitsuru, and Futoshi.
That's true. Yeah.
But I mean, they kind of touched on Goro and Ichigo, but I mean, outside of being, hey, we're the love rivals.
Are talking about Miku and Zorome?
Zorome and Miku literally had nothing going for them.
I gave it some thought, and I sort of have a bit of a counter argument to that.
How so?
Zorome and Miku's relationship was about as straight cut as it could get, right? Yeah. So there really wasn't any purpose to dramatize their relationship.
I mean, I'm not necessarily talking about the relationship, because I mean, I'm fine with that part. They did essentially have the
like. I mean, I don't want
ideal.
Like, I mean, I didn't want to like downplay them, but they were the perfect side characters into the whole story. Like they were able to do enough within the story to keep the team going and also to support.
I don't know.
To be a good supporting cast.
They were too side though, like
too supportive.
Not too supportive, but they weren't. They didn't have enough of themselves. Like, they didn't have enough identity outside of being the rambunctious
like couple. That's true.
Like that's the reason why I'm sad that it ended without them really doing much. Because yes, you had them there the whole time, but that's it. They were just there. They didn't have anything really important drawn to them. I mean, again, you can say Zorome's whole old fascination with Papa and the parent thing, or the adult thing, and then Miku being the first to show signs of the rapid aging.
Right.
But really, outside of that, you got nothing else.
That's true.
And which is why it grates on me that they kind of pulled the alien thing, because I mean, while it's definitely not my favorite thing. I think that's the way they just pulled it out of nowhere is a flaw with the show. As many people will agree with me, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Because if they didn't do that, they could have at least
did
some more relationship stuff, or
the Papa stuff. Like, remember like where we had the alternatives and all that.
Right, because like if they had a situation where, like, I don't know, maybe Zorome and Miku joined the Nines for a little bit because they kind of idolized Papa as much as them.
Right.
But then, you know, friendships and freedoms changes their mind. I'm like, yeah, that would have been fucking great. I mean, even if they didn't have an individualism between the two of them, through that, it would have just been fine to have them have that point.
That's true.
But they didn't, and I'm kind of disappointed. But I guess
they can do so much though, because again, this is the original series.
Right.
So like, there's only so much ideas that can literally sprout out of nowhere.
You're right.
I mean, I can literally say the alien thing came out of nowhere.
Right. Yeah. Like no one saw it coming.
But like, I can understand just from a creative standpoint, just because like, again, they could have done so much better. But what they did, was
pretty good.
Was good. Like, I actually commend like the whoever did the story, either A1 Sugar or both, to fucking finale the series at a good point, you know,
because it still brought things back. Like, it still brought it together. Another regret, unfortunately, we didn't get enough of Blue's Clues.
Oh,
good old
the classical princess.
Yes, she was adorable.
She was,
but she was just gone in 3 episodes.
I mean, she died. That was an unfortunate thing.
Yeah, like it.
I mean, maybe it's supposed to be a symbolic thing, because remember how like the classical sapiens were like the last remnants of that was on Earth.
Yeah,
and she was
the last like actual
one of her kind
humanoid one.
So like, I guess her dying was a symbol, was a way to symbolize that
passing the flame, kind of.
Exactly. Their time is done. Maybe it's time to trust these humans to finish the job that we started. To finish the job that we started long ago.
But she's cute.
Come on, we can't have any subjective things getting in our way, Jarron.
No, all of it's subjection. Everything is subjection. Fuck you.
We're talking about facts here. Facts and what's being presented to us on the screen.
Right.
Also, Zorami and Miku were the ones that didn't have any kids. Have you noticed that?
That is true.
Yeah.
Maybe they're not like a couple. Maybe they're just like...
best friends?
Maybe they're just like on the best friend spectrum.
Maybe.
Whereas like they're inseparable. That's probably why they can't really find anyone, but like they're fine with just being together.
Exactly. Which I want to tie back, because this is a deep dive into the whole series, right?
Yeah.
I want to talk about like how much of the perspective has changed for the series since episode 1. Like remember like going back to episode 1, there was a complete shift in tone. And,
this is true.
Like, I don't know how I feel about this. It's fascinating to me.
Well, are you talking about like along with the whole alien shit, or is it like
along with the whole alien stuff plus the relationship stuff and the time skip and all that? Like, this is okay, you can disagree with me what you want, anyone in the listeners or even you, Jarron, but like I find this to be a really like good, like the whole structure of the entire story is a good arc in a sense, where you come from little beginning and arc to where we are now.
I don't know if it's more of so much of an arc. It's like an arc, and then at 90 degrees, like
it just kept going.
It just fucking shoots up, and then it goes straight up, and then stops, and then finishes the arc. Like that's what it seems like. Because again, that alien shit came literally came out of nowhere.
How about this? How about it arcs, then again it goes into a dimensional portal, and then
right, yeah, there you go. we got lost for a second, and we found our way.
Exactly.
But like again, like as you said, it is a good way that they were able to follow everything, and as I said, even tie it back to the whole alien thing. Mm-hmm. It was just so fucking weird. No one called it.
No, that's true. No one called it, but I do I kind of do appreciate the shift in tone from like.
Yeah.
I think the shift in tone kind of for me it happened around probably during the what is it, that final battle.
The war.
No, the one where the actually no. When the first classical princess got discovered. Yeah. So once we found out about the classical princess, that's when I started seeing like maybe it's even weirder than I think.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping. Like, I mean, they went into it like we learned all about that. You know, the Klaxosaurs people fucking got into the machines, and then they started to fuse with them, and then some of them became the magma in the earth. Some of them became the Klaxosaurs themselves. Right. And then she was just there. And
the reason why I appreciate that is because, like, you know, from the very beginning up until that point, there was just, you know, senseless fighting, because there's a bad side and a good side, and there's always that fight, and they're always being told by the viewers and also the characters that this is the job of what the parasites are doing, and this is what you're defending against, and this is what you're defending. This is what humanity is, and you have to defend that. Right. But then once things got weird, you literally the world started expanding in the universe as well, and I appreciate it because like it's like getting a new flavor and all that. And I mean I will have to disagree in how some people said that the world building kind of get demolished after a certain point, but I personally feel like it like literally either exploded or expanded the world building of the series after that point.
I think exploded is the right word. Again, it was sudden, but as you were saying, like, because the way they built up these Klaxosaurs, like we up until the aliens showed up, we had no clue of anything about them. It's true. Nothing. Yeah. And that literally gave them purpose. Like, so that essentially kind of does give them, you know, give the whole suddenness a reason. I guess it could have been smoother if they had more episodes, but like it did essentially jam the key in the lock and finish the whole door opening kind of deal. Right. To get to know like what the Klaxosaurs are, what's the princess's deal, why the magma is so fucking powerful and it can do all this shit. It's because it's just fucking life energy from this old race. Mm-hmm. And then I do like that the rest of the Klaxosaurs that were around just fucking went back into the earth and gave it life again.
Yeah, exactly. They were essentially the life of the earth.
I mean, yeah, but I also feel like that's like a little bit of a cop out. Like they could have just fucked off, but no, they was like, all right, well, you shitted on us for a while, but you learned your lesson.
I mean, technically, they did live on Earth originally.
Yeah.
So they're like, all right, we're coming back home, but we're not fucking with you anymore.
Yeah.
But I don't know. As far as the ending goes, like the absolute end, you know, with the sakura tree growing and all that.
That was I love that scene.
Like, man, and the reincarnation of Zero Two and Hero. That's also official too. Like. And their official character pages, they're deceased, but they're reincarnated, labeled as that.
Well, I mean, we literally saw their souls enter the tree, and then they showed up. I still wish, to this day, I will always regret, or I guess not regret, I still wish that they gave us an adult tomato. They did not. They gave us a quick thing.
Both of them too.
For both of them, but they never explained why she's like pink skinned now. They never explained like
why she was red in the beginning.
Why she was red. I mean, if you want to say it's because the Klaxosaur's blood is blue, so that's why they're blue. And then she was she had blue
blood though. She did have blue blood.
Well, see, there fucking goes. They didn't even touch on that, which makes me sad.
Let's be honest. There's a lot of different plot holes in the series that still needs to be answered.
Yeah.
Though one of the big ones is why Kokoro ever changed her heart in the first place.
It would be a mystery to the ends of the universe.
We've never gotten a clear answer to that, and we were actually interrupted to get an answer from that. It just happened.
Yeah.
Why 02 was red.
Right.
And what else? Maybe it was answered already, but what the fuck with that giant hand was? It could have been Apis, but it looks way too chunky to be Apis.
Well,
it was even showcased in the opening, like
Apis,
2 hands.
Isn't Apis?
That's the big Shazam.
Right. But if you look back, wasn't Apis almost as big? Like when she fused with it, wasn't it almost as big as the Verm's planet? If you remember back, wasn't it like?
It was a big chunk of it. Yeah, it was huge.
But it was pretty, I guess.
I mean, maybe the Verm's planet's kind of small compared to Earth.
Maybe. But like that's real small. Like the fucking Apis was maybe as big as like the fucking Sears Tower, maybe a little taller.
No, it's definitely a lot taller than that. It's gonna be like.
Okay, you're
it's gonna be like what, one of the Gurren Lagann sizes.
I mean, but it wasn't like the biggest that it's ever gotten on Earth was
the first Apis form, right? When it first came out.
When it first came out, it wasn't very big. It was like as tall as the
sky.
Not the sky. Where'd they live? Their garden.
Oh,
it was about as tall as their garden.
Right.
Or maybe
no, it's bigger than their. No, you mean the
garden tower.
Oh. Was it?
Because Apis was not big enough to fucking palm that. Unless they just fucked up the size scaling on the way there.
Maybe.
Because I mean, I wouldn't put him past it, but their planet was pretty damn small.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
In comparison, because it was.
And we'll have to like watch the Blu-ray edition to see.
Right. Maybe there's some hidden features that we didn't know, but yeah, essentially. Unless that big ass hand was Apis, it just was a big ass hand.
Yeah, exactly. It could have been just one classical hand.
Right. That was just it, the hand.
I mean,
and then it just disappeared.
I guess. I mean, it was showcased in the opening too. It had 2 of them holding 02 and all that.
It's true.
So like, it showed some importance. It could have been Apis, could have been not.
You know what? The hand, that does give me an idea. The hand itself was pretty damn big. Maybe. There was like nothing it was connected to. Apis was literally the hand.
Oh.
And then they took it and then turned it into a robot.
Maybe it could be.
And they also didn't explain how they got it. Like
what is the Apis?
How they got Apis.
I mean, they were building it from what Dr. Franxx was saying.
They said they took it from the Klaxosaur princess because she said she wanted her child back.
Oh, okay. Maybe it was some modifications. I don't know. Like remember they were Squad 13 was in limbo for about like a month or so.
It's true.
So a lot of shit was going on in terms of what the organization was doing,
right,
and what Papa and them and Dr. Franxx were building and shit. So plus they were also building the giant spear, also.
That's another thing I didn't really understand. What was the spear for?
The spear? Well, originally from.
Like I don't. That detail's a little hazy to me. Like I don't remember.
From what I can piece together, the spear was sort of a dual kind of a dual purpose kind of thing, where you know how like some members of Papa were Verm and some weren't.
Yeah.
Like Verm's plot with it was to make that to kill off the rest of whatever's on Earth. Right. But Papa was making it so that they can destroy the whatever the core of like the Classicosaurs, something like that. It was supposed to be a weapon for Apis. Right. In order to, at least for Papa's eyes, it was to destroy the rest of the Classicosaurs. But in Verm's eyes, it was to be taken and used against the Classicosaurs.
I thought the spear was supposed to be.
Because because they were trying to take Apis and at least I think they're trying to take Apis. No, they will.
Well, because I originally thought that the whole thing that they were trying to do was make them set off the bomb, which was going to destroy the Earth.
Oh, they only made the Sums a bomb because there was a resistance. They didn't expect the princess to take over.
Oh, okay. So it was just a failsafe, not the bomb, actual plan.
Because I think the plan was to take both Apis and the spear. Because I think they mentioned somewhere like there was a dialogue where like we might have lost Apis, but we'll take this instead, and it was the spear that was trying to get away.
Okay. So I got you. But then they just use the spear as a ship.
They use a spear. Yeah, the spear they cloned the spear apparently on their home planet. Because remember how there was a bunch of them? Right. So they cloned that, and they were gonna use that as their main force to go back to Earth and fuck shit up as usual. Right.
But it just ended up gang banging 02.
Yes, and then having our Gynax opening with the smaller one and goes.
So fucking cool. I fucking love that so much.
I was so fucking hyped when that scene came out. I'm like, oh, they did it! They fucking did it! Like, Jesus Christ. I wasn't expecting it.
No one was.
I was like, damn. Like, they still had their Gynax roots.
Of course. Fucking, they're gonna.
The only thing that would have made it like even more hot up is like, who the hell do you think we are? If they said that.
Oh my god.
Don't underestimate us. Don't underestimate us Earthlings. Who the hell do you think we are?
Oh my god! If that fucking happened, dude, like I wouldn't have been able to fucking handle it. That would have been entirely too much. Oh man. But they can't homage too much. They can't homage that much.
That's true. This isn't what is it, Infernal Cop?
Right. Right. I still gotta watch Infernal Cop. I don't want to, but I gotta.
But I'm mad. But I, at the end of the day, especially today's recording, at the end of the day, yeah, there's Franxx is over, yeah. And I was actually quite sad about it when I finished that episode. I just wanted a little bit more.
You got the anime blues. That's what you got.
I got the series blues. Yeah. I just wanted that. At Anime Expo, apparently. Some people attended the Triggers panel and all that, or their like studio panel. Yeah. And apparently they showcased an image of 02 with black hair. People couldn't take pictures of it because they have very strict photo policies there. But apparently that's what they showcased in relation to Darling the Franxx. Yeah, there was an image of like 02 with black hair. I don't know what that could be.
Season 2? Is they gonna try to season 2 us?
I don't know, but maybe an OVA or something like maybe like. A daughter or something?
Oh, it would be the daughter of the reincarnations.
Exactly.
If anything.
I don't know. For some reason, because there were people there that attended and all that. And there's the same people that also attended when they released their first image of, was it Trigger's new series called Pro Mage? Yeah. They had that new image of like that new character. Right. That was the only time they could take pictures. But before that, there was a scene. There was an image of like 02 with black hair. That's what some people are saying that went to that panel.
Unless Pro Mage is like the sequel.
I don't know. It looks way too colorful to be a sequel. Have you seen that teaser image? I'll show it to you later.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, It's because, again, the only reason why I'm upset because I've invested so much in the series.
A large majority of our content had been Darling and the Franxx. And now we gotta fucking find some other shit, cause like
there is Steins Gate, the second core is starting. They just released their second core image, and Okabe is fucking back.
No,
he's got his white lab coat. He's crazy looking again.
No,
I haven't kept up with it yet, but shit's going down.
No,
come on, Jarron.
No, evil, bad and sad. 2 sad for me. 5 sad, or what is it? 6 sad, 5 me, or is it? 4 sad, 3 me.
I'm not sure what you're trying to reference here.
2 sad. That's what I'm saying.
Oh. Unless we have to wait for another one of Trigger's next series.
Oh, we gotta have something fucking to talk about. Well, no, this will give us the opportunity to not just talk about one anime.
What?
For the season.
Oh yeah, this is true. Yeah, we've been so fucking biased.
Then again, there's Attack on Titan.
That's true. SEO, the Alicization was recently announced. October. That's gonna be a series.
How about this? We'll only talk about Free from now on.
These came back from a search.
Oh no.
Yeah. He's searching up his hentai again. His lolly hentai.
I mean, free isn't like the swimming free.
Or no. I saw images of that fucking. Remember we were talking about that badminton anime?
Oh yeah.
Yo.
Did you watch the opening of that?
I did not, but like I've seen clips of like the actual like show, and I'm like, what is this animation? What are we doing here? Like this is so good.
Like this isn't. Yeah, remember how you said before? This is the what is it? The
Keijo?
Yeah, it's not the Keijo of badminton. This is like
straight up fucking badminton.
This is like Kuroko no Basket of badminton.
I know.
It's pretty cool.
It's so fucking cool. I gotta jump into it.
By the way, here's the first image of one of the images they tease at
Premiere. Right. I've seen that around.
So they're playing around with a really colorful color palette.
It's essentially series. I remember them saying it was in an interview or something. They said like the main character's stupid, but he has a heart of gold, which is he's gonna be a shonen main character,
right?
That looks like Kamina,
just minus the glasses.
Minus the glasses, because you could see how his hair's starting to fucking go out. Like
the who the hell do you think I am look.
Right, exactly. Like I honestly don't think Trigger can get away from itself. Like, because like you like. For example, let's look at the company that made fucking the badminton anime. They have badminton. They have fucking Killing Bites. They have fucking Berserk.
Wait, which one? Which Berserk?
Berserk.
As in like
regular Berserk.
As in like the movies or like the CG series.
Then maybe it's the CG series. I don't know. Never mind. Not Berserk. They had Terraformers.
Oh,
fucking
okay.
Koi de Uso.
Jeez.
And
oh my god.
Remember the what was it? The Akshik Records one. With the teacher, and he's teaching all the students magic and stuff.
Oh yeah.
They have a slew of shit. Look at Trigger. And it's like, all right, Kamina's gonna be in every single fucking anime we make. We have to do it.
Well, Kamina wasn't in Darling the Franxx. There was no Kamina-esque individual.
You're right. You're right. Fair enough. You immediately got me. But that was a joint work. I'm just talking about their only work.
Oh, like just their solo works.
After Inferno Cop and after fucking they split from guy. Fucking the pink haired dude. That was fucking Kamina.
I mean, that was Kamina's and Yoko's kid at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
It was Kamina with red hair.
Exactly.
That's the Yoko and the Kamina together.
And then fucking, I would say Kill la Kill, but Kill la Kill was just,
I mean, I want to say
they reinvented themselves with Kill la Kill.
They honestly did.
Kind of.
I think the Kamina-esque character would be, what is it, the teacher, Mr. Nipples. Glowing nipples.
They did have the same hair.
Yeah. They were both very enthusiastic.
They were the fusion between Kamina and the gay dude. What's his name?
From
Gurren Lagann. Yeah. What's his name? I don't remember.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, they're just that fusion.
Exactly. Except he's not gay though.
Yeah.
He's just flamboyant.
Right.
With his nipples.
And it.
Oh wait. There's also one thing I wanted to mention. In terms of Darling the Franxx ending, I liked the way it ended because it didn't give us that. It didn't give us the Gurren Lagann ending where it was bittersweet.
Oh yeah.
This was a like darling sweet.
They
ending.
met again. Technically, everyone grew old, died, but had lives.
And humanity's back.
Humanity's back. Yeah, I
like
got you.
it was a fucking like 02 feeding you honey bread sweet ending.
Right.
It wasn't bittersweet.
Not that. Hey, my wife fucking disappeared.
And then I just became a nomad with a drill spear.
You're right.
While I watched the rest of the world advance, and I'm suffering my own misery with a gerbil.
Thanks, Gynax. You're real fucking great. You fucking.
I think A1.
Me along.
I think A1 probably had a play in that, just because like A1's like, no, no fucking bad endings.
It was
here.
gonna end right at them fucking dying, and then they was like, yeah, we'll look to the future. Thank you, heroine.
Yeah, exactly.
02, and then it just ends.
Yeah, exactly. But no, they had. Everyone's like, nope, get him in the fucking reincarnation table right now. I'm like, fine.
Like, no.
No, give me my bad ending.
Everyone just fucking kicks him out of the door.
Like, you've taken over way too long. We let you have it for 1 second, and this is where you take
you
us.
Fucking gave us Burm.
You gave us you took us all to the
You gave us an evil trigger star.
Yeah, exactly. It was the evil trigger star. It was the anti star.
Exactly. They just remade the anti-spiral essentially. Like Trigger cannot get away from itself.
Exactly.
Every show from now into the future. Unless they, again, so the staples are fucking Gurren Lagann, Kill la Kill.
You gotta pause here. Well, Staples isn't like...
Staple is in, everything else references them.
Oh, okay.
Because, like, they did have one anime where it was, like, kind of hodgepodge of everything, where, like, remember, what was that show you had me watch? It was the Type Moon one. The Carnival one.
Oh, Carnival Phantasm?
Yeah. It was kind of like that, where everything was just kind of a hodgepodge of Trigger.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, the main character met Inferno Cop in hell.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
But, like,
what
there
series
was, like,
is that?
I don't remember what it was called, but, like, I fucking loved it. Because, like, at first it was its own thing, and then shit got weird when, like, the main character's mother turned into a fucking Gurren Lagann-esque fucking ship made out of the fucking life fibers. I'm like, what is happening? Like, and then she fucking dies and meets Inferno Cop. I'm like, okay. And then her, like, boss is, like, Inferno Cop-esque, where it's just, like, a fucking JPEG image.
Oh,
of
yeah!
A skull with glasses.
Uh-huh.
He can only move his arm. Like,
I remember that.
I don't know what's
I don't know the name, but I remember that series quite well.
I fucking loved it so much. But I'll be surprised if this new anime, they do something different. They won't, and I'll be happy with it. I'll be more than happy with it. Mm-hmm. But, like, unless they pull, like, another Keys Niver kind of deal.
Oh, it was more, like, kind of laid back and chill. Yeah. Or how about the other series? It was the one where the students have superpowers.
Which one was that?
That was, like, the Dark Flame guy.
Was that Trigger?
Yeah, it was Trigger.
What?
Did you not know that?
No.
That was Trigger.
That was Trigger?
You know what? Because there was a bunch of, like, homages. Like, remember in Kill la Kill they had that 2-star tennis captain? They showcased one of the rackets in the show too. Yeah, that's Trigger.
Huh? The one where that club of kids had powers, and, like, really, that was Trigger?
Yeah, just double check, because I don't quote me on that, but I
don't remember what it was called.
I'm
just gonna
just go to Trigger. Yeah, just go to Trigger's page, recent anime. Cause that's one of the reasons why I was so surprised about that anime, because it was done by Trigger.
All right, hold on.
Because they reference a bunch of stuff from, like, Kill la Kill and all that.
Did they? Like, I honestly don't remember. Like, I watched I watched the entire show, but I don't. You're right. It was by Trigger. I also forgot about Little Witch Academia.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
I don't know why I forgot.
That had a bunch of stars too.
In the it's true. It was Uchu Patrol Luluko. Space Patrol Luluko.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. Space Patrol.
Yeah. And then they did Inferno Cop. They also have this Ninja Slayer anime, which is essentially like Inferno Cop, where it's all just fucking
JPEG
fuckers. They did Hackadol.
But yeah, that's what they did. That was their series. That one rom com.
Mm-hmm. Huh. I didn't even realize that was Trigger.
Because there was, I don't know. Again, I don't know if you noticed all the references. There was some references to like Kill and all that.
Maybe it's just because I'm retarded.
But oh wait, I was gonna mention something.
I'm gonna have to watch it again.
Oh yeah. So remember how you said like they made like essentially in Darling the Franxx the anti-Trigger star and all that. So like if Papa's was the was the creative team of Darling the Franxx, the normal Papa's would be A1 and the fucking Verm would be fucking
yep, that's
Trigger.
exactly what fucking happened.
It's like all right guys, let's work together. All right, let's do this and that. Boom, bitch, Verm. Steal your shit and steal your soul, and I'm gonna take over from here.
That's precisely what happened. That's like I'm just so happy they're a company. I'm just so happy. Like they're the perfect company for me. They know exactly what I want. Weird shit and titties.
No, yeah, you're right. Again, I'm just. It's Saturday. It's a Saturday afternoon with no Darling the Franxx.
Yeah, but we gotta look onto the oncoming season. Fucking.
That's true. This is true.
I know. Unfortunately, what is it? Fucking Attack on Titan's not coming out until the 23rd.
Second core of Steins Gate doesn't come out until 19th.
Right. Overlord 3 started. This weird one with the little girl and the dude with the scythe started.
Oh yeah, the oh fuck me.
Also, remember that anime that we had in common for this season? The one where the guy goes, the isekai one?
Which one?
The one where he's like
Demon Lord? Or
Demon Lord one.
Like, does not how you summon Demon Lord?
Yeah.
Yeah, what about it?
I've seen some clips. I haven't watched the first episode. But if I'm remembering the manga right, it's not even paying attention to the manga.
Really?
It's like doing its own thing. Because
Oh,
like, it
shit.
was nowhere near as like comical. Unless I just don't remember the manga correctly. Because I remember the beginnings of it, like, it was like kind of like not solemn, like it was still a comedy, but it wasn't like as animated, which is weird to say considering it's a manga versus it's anime, but like it wasn't as there. I don't know.
Like, it wasn't as like what is it? Like straight up like comedic?
Yeah.
Because you're saying
And
that
it also wasn't nowhere near as etchy.
Oh, okay. Okay, that sounds interesting.
So yeah, I need to watch it. I also need to watch fucking Fooly Cooly because like there's some shit going on in this show, and I need to know. I need to know what the fuck what was it? What was it called?
What?
Mega something mechanical, Megala mechanical.
It's been so long I can't remember.
Whatever the fuck it was, they didn't explain anything in that show, and I doubt they explained anything in these.
This is Gainax you're talking about
You're
here.
right. I just need to know.
Oh, and a side note, Angel of Death, that series about the game, Scythe and Loli Chick. I looked into it more. It's actually based. You know, remember how I told you it's based off a game?
Yeah.
It's based off of the an indie game.
Ooh.
So it's like it's in the same realm as like what is it? Death Parade, or like the indie game, that kind of stuff. It's actually based on that, which I did not know because there was a huge following about it, and I didn't know that it won itself an anime because it's an indie game that was developed some years ago.
That's
and
fucking cool.
There was a big following about it, and I guess people love the characters and all that, and it just got a green light project for anime.
No, that's good. I'm always excited to hear about those kind of things. Oh, what you call it? The haunted Hot Springs Unison one starts today.
Oh yeah, I saw a bit of a clip of it. It is fucking beautiful. Like, this is definitely the studio that brought me to Love Ru, because the fucking ghost girl, is like shiny and just cute as hell. Because I remember I did read a bit of the manga, but this is like polished and looks pretty fun. Like I'm actually kind of excited to get into it.
What else started? Your island one started It's well started already.
Yeah,
it should be on its episode 2.
Yeah, it started a while ago. So
a
a bunch of stuff I guess get started again.
Yeah.
I've been mostly just so caught up with Darling the Franxx because that finale was just like I was itching for that finale, and I was
Happy Sugar Life comes out. We gotta watch that.
I saw a bit of I just saw one scene of it. It looks pretty menacing, if that's the proper word for it.
Good. We haven't had even though I'm bad mouthing, I was bad mouthing. I can't talk. Bad mouthing Yandere's earlier. I do enjoy their concept.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not as a girlfriend.
That's true. That'd be straight up criminal. Honestly.
It literally is.
But we've been going on for a bit, Jarron.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad that you're back for the week. Unfortunately, you won't be here for a while.
Won't be physically here.
We're gonna start doing remote shows because you're moving out.
Yeah.
You're moving to Alabama.
Gonna start packing for that soon, and eventually I'll tell my job.
Eventually. So yeah. So bye.
Bye. Going to Alabama. Have fun.
Deuces.
No, I can't do that. They're good people.
Yeah, give them the 2-week notice.
But it's because they're good people that it's hard.
No, I feel you. But as always, guys, thank you for downloading. Thank you for listening to us every week. We try our best to give you guys quality podcasts every week, even if there's some weird shit that goes on.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. It's probably mostly gonna be my fault because I'm dumb.
That's okay. But as always, guys, make sure to
like and subscribe on our Facebook. Make sure you follow us on Twitter. Make sure you watch us on YouTube and iHeartRadio. Fucking listen to us on YouTube. You can also find us on the Stitcher app, the iHeartRadio, iTunes. What's that new one we got on too?
Oh yeah. Oh, I gotta mention that one too. Hold on. Give me a quick second, because I gotta reach out to them because they've been so good to us recently, and I feel so bad as a content creator.
I mean,
to getting all of these it's not much to offer. It was more of just welcoming us and all that.
Right.
Give me a quick second here.
I mean, despite us, being on our what did you say 24th episode?
Yeah, this is the 24th episode.
Despite us being our 24th episode, we're still new to the whole
creative space.
It's I mean, you're not new. You have your other channel, but I'm definitely new.
Oh, that's true. But we're both working on this together,
yeah,
so we're both relatively new together. We're also on the new listennotes.com. It's also, I believe it's also it's a website. It's titled the #1 podcast search engine, Listen Notes. Mm-hmm. So you'll find us there. You'll find us right there on listennotes.com. I'll put a link down below to find. I'll put in the additional links where you can find us at.
Yeah.
Because they recently hit us up an email and said that we're on their site. Mm-hmm. So
which is weird considering all the. I'm gonna be honest. When we first started, it's weird to say when we first started.
I mean, that was 25 weeks ago.
You're right.
So that's been a long fucking time.
You're right. When we started, we were talking about a lot of fucking raunchy shit.
That's true. And they're like, "Hey, welcome, guys.
Yeah,
Want to be part of the site?" I'm like,
"Sure."
If you'll have us, shit. I mean, we're not a clean crowd.
No, I mean,
have you seen our audience? Probably don't.
Probably haven't. We rarely see them.
Probably shouldn't either.
Right. Well, I mean, we appreciate you.
Indeed.
Always and forever.
Exactly. So I mean, and it's not just us. Apparently, if you guys have a bunch of different podcasts that I listen to on if you're on a computer, listennotes.com is also a place where you can find other podcasts besides us degenerates.
Yeah.
So
does it do the thing where you can have it on? You can turn click your phone off.
Actually, yeah, most likely it does because most phones can do that nowadays.
So I understand that you have to have YouTube Red to do that on YouTube, but just go there or it's a Stitcher app, and you can just you can actually just
or iHeartRadio.com. If you have the iHeartRadio app,
yeah,
you can also do that.
Okay, yeah. See, you can do that for free.
Just stay away from YouTube if you want to listen to us.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I like YouTube. I have YouTube Red.
Oh,
that's just because I like I'm supporting the creators.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
And I also don't like ads.
This is true.
And I feel bad for using ad blocker.
But that's where you can find us at. That's one of the new places. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah.
And I want to just as much as we try to do always try to engage with you guys. I want to, John. I want to start off. I want to start a new thing at the end of every podcast.
Like a kind of like an end card kind of thing.
More like a question.
Okay.
Get our 7 followers on Twitter engaging with us.
Yeah.
If you guys are if you guys follow us on Facebook and Twitter, we're gonna start this new thing. Start a conversation. And since this week was very Darling the Franxx heavy, let's just ask what do you guys think of Darling the Franxx? The ending, the series,
Futoshi, how much of a bitch Kokoro is. Lay it on us.
The character. I mean, the whole thing. What do you think of Darling the Franxx? Comment on YouTube or also comment. Tweet at us. Tweet at
us on Twitter
and then comment on Facebook.
Comment on Facebook or comment down below on YouTube.
Yeah.
Or is there ways to comment on the other apps? I've never used them, so I don't know.
On their website versions, they can. I know on iHeartRadio.com you can comment.
Well, if that's any idea, we may not respond to you on those other sites because those are weird.
That's why you should guys follow us on Twitter and on Facebook.
That's right. Hit us up on that exactly. that their social media.
Or if you want, you can also follow us on our personal Facebooks. I put the links down there if you want to stalk us for some damn reason.
Yeah, I mean. You're not gonna get much personal shit out of me. Just a bunch of shitty memes.
That's true. And there's also one more thing I forgot to mention last week.
What?
Remember the Futoshi Did Nothing Wrong video that I posted on our other channel? Yeah. We actually got a commenter.
Oh really? Who said what?
Someone commented on that. Let me get that up right now. Cause
calling you out, boy or girl or non-specified non-binary.
Oh, that's the video.
That's
right
the
there.
Actual video.
Yeah, that's the actual video. But this is by Timothy Tyler.
Timothy Tyler.
This is from 2 weeks ago, so this is really late.
Yeah, sorry, Timothy Tyler, if you're still listening.
Yeah, but he said, "Good video. Thanks for the defense of Futoshi."
Hey, boy, that's what's up.
We have a believer with us.
We got a fellow Doughboy.
Fellow darling the Doughboy, or Doughboy in the Franxx.
Doughboy in the Franxx.
We're gonna use one of those as the title card for today.
It's gotta be.
But as always, guys, my name's Jomel Socorro.
My name's Jarron Gaddis.
And we are the Wannabe Boo podcast, bringing the latest and greatest game and anime news, reviews, and waifus for laifu.
Thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you next time.
You didn't fuck it up that time.
Hey.